So right now, I'm in a very, very tough spot. I still need to kill 2 more units. One being a Viper with very low health, and then an Advent soldier that came up and stunned me. So those soldiers are, I've noticed, are kind of known for doing that. Those soldiers are going to bum rush you, and they're going to take their stick, and they're going to stun you. And when you're stunned, you can't move. Now, luckily, I believe I didn't get stunned for another turn. I think I just got stunned during the alien activity, and which I then gained back control over my soldier. I think. So we will see. Bam, I've got an 85% chance. I don't think I meant to put him out of cover. Oh yeah, I did, because I knew that no one else would fire upon us as long as we don't pop anything else. So I'm like, okay, Stacy really has got to help out here. Gotta find some sort of vision on the Viper. I cannot have my unit be caught in this bind for much longer, because I know that he's going to be continuing to lose health. He's already at very, very low health, and I'm like, oh crap. I have absolutely no vision. There's no place I can go to get vision on this Viper, because he's perfectly behind. Ooh, and that's right. I still am forgetting about the turret on top of the building just to the west. Oh, did I find... Oh, no, I think I moved to Enrique. What did I do with Enrique? Did he already shoot? I'm not sure why. I don't remember what I did. Okay, so I put him on Overwatch. I guess I do leave. I've got to leave the Viper there with one more turn with my soldier. My best soldier, by the way. Don't forget, this is my best soldier. So I'm like, ah, crap. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't understand. Oh, did I find vision? Oh, I did. And it is a 67% chance. I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to complete this. Boom. Nope. It's a miss. So that means that Viper is going to hold on to my soldier for another unit, which means that he's going to be down to, I believe, 1 health at this point here. Now, I do have a med kit, as well as I have the Gremlin that was given the experience that he can fly to a soldier almost anywhere in the battlefield within a reasonable distance and drop off a med kit, which is obviously super useful. Looks like I might med kit myself here, which was probably a mistake, because the med kit gives you an additional 4 health. I believe it's 4, and that guy he was only missing 3, so that was kind of an issue. Bam, soldiers down to 1. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I kind of needed to do that. No other opportunities. And here's the thing. I've got everyone behind me still telling me, Drew, what's going on, man? Like, you're not even close to the end here. There's still so many more bad guys to go. And I'm like, oh, man, this is bad. Needless to say, this is really bad. Now, I'm probably going to be able to get out of the Viper's claws here. I could probably think of a better term than claws. Tail or something. But am I going to be able to continue to survive? So I'm going to use Lightning Hands here, because I absolutely love that experience. That sort of experience move here, because even if I missed, I can always utilize that. I could utilize a regular pistol shot afterwards. So I had pretty much 2 shots to destroy the Viper, and remember, those things take time to reload, so in 4 turns I'll be able to Lightning Hands shoot once again. So I'm like, okay, a lot of my units are hurt. I need to group back together. And now comes kind of the second part in the mission, where we start to approach the black site. Again, that is a part of my objectives. If you see in the top left corner, very, very important that I make sure I keep that in mind. Make sure that I am constantly aware that I need to find this black site, figure out exactly what the heck they're doing, besides putting our human bodies inside of green tombstones and like experimenting with us, doing some sort of weird thing. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the turret. So luckily, I got control back of Flores. So this is very interesting. Now watch what I do here. I launch a frag grenade. I think I only do 3 damage. So I'm like, oh, crap. But luckily, so keep this in mind when you're facing turrets yourself. So boom. I only do 2 damage. I'm like, oh, crap. Then I thought this was a bug. I was like, oh, wait, what's going on here? Is that a bug? That's got to be a bug. No, it's not. Because I destroyed the cover from underneath that turret, it destroyed. It was destroyed. It fell. I believe it fell. At least it's supposed to fall. Or maybe it falls during the alien activity. But that was one. So it already took 2 damage, but because I destroyed, obviously, the structure underneath it, that is what kind of did the unit in. Which is amazing. Again, The fact that, I mean, I feel like even more cover is destructible than ever before. Ever before in XCOM Vanilla. XCOM Vanilla, it was like, some things were destructible and other things weren't. It seems like, I think most things are. I believe there's also a way to bust through buildings, I think using like, you know, obviously frags and stuff like that. So that is kind of important, an important method. Obviously, if you're doing that method, you're not going to be able to ambush any aliens. It's going to notify like the entire world pretty much. And now it's time back for some Overwatch time. Very, very important to utilize Overwatch. Overwatch is your friend. At least Overwatch is my friend. And I try to do that as much as I can because I don't know what else is coming. I know that I pretty much got extremely lucky in that last one. I got really, really lucky that I ended up surviving. The fact that I didn't lose any units so far, I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to win this mission, but at least I'll have fun doing it. Oh, that must be a bug, since it's still around. So there it is. It's some sort of green thing inside of that building. Now, I could have used the doors. I could have just busted through that main door and just said, you know, what's up, mofos? Bam, 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 and just started shooting away. I decided against this because my soldiers are all, you know, kind of spread out. I figured I'd need to get them all over, and I also figured that these doors don't have a lot of cover around them, especially not full cover. If there was like kind of, I don't know, a nice full cover spot right in front of the doors, like a few, like this spot is okay in front of that main entrance. I wish it was full cover, obviously, but I can't put all of my units around there. I've got 5 units to find and keep safe. So I'm like, crap. So I decided to kind of somewhat go around the building. I'm like, nope, gonna skip over the building. I'd rather not. This is also when I realized, oh my goodness, I need to reload. And thank you so much, Jenny, a very, very, a very smart person, PR person for 2K, mentioned to me that I need to reload. And I'm like, oh my goodness, if I didn't reload, I would have totally just got destroyed here. I wouldn't have had shots with so many of my units. So I was like, man, at this point I was like, if I win this campaign, if I win this mission, I should say, it'll be completely because of Jenny. Because I just didn't even realize that I needed to reload. Something that I'm going to need to make sure that I keep in mind for the future. Alright, so here's Jammer. Trying to figure out a way here. I still don't realize, I don't think at this point I'm concerned with using my gremlin and spreading out those medical kits. Those med kits that's not really about I'm not really about that life at the moment. Probably should have put the sharpshooter up on top of that building. That probably would have been a really, really good spot. I was experimenting with that in previous missions. It was really useful, putting up those sharpshooters in very high spots. Obviously, I had great range, and I was able to clear out a lot of the fog of war. So I was able to pop or establish a surveillance upon enemy baddies before they even noticed me. So one thing that I wanted to take note of while we're in this part where I'm kind of slowly moving. It's anticipating heavily because there's scary music on, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what the heck's gonna pop up? There's this new ambush feature. So in vanilla XCOM, what you would do is you'd put people on Overwatch, right? And then when you fired at a baddie, well, in vanilla XCOM, you never like saw a unit and it didn't see you. There's a whole new stealth element to XCOM 2, which is great. You might have seen me a little bit scroll over a few tiles and you'll see like an eye pop up, like a red eye. It's saying that if I go to that tile, I will be spotted. So it's very clearly put exactly what is within vision of the enemies and what's not. So that's very useful. Anyways, so you stumble upon a lot of enemies that kind of just maybe patrolling the area, securing down the location, making sure the humans don't rise up or whatever. Now what you can do is you can shoot at a pod of units. Let's say like 3 sectoids, which would be pretty difficult because the sectoids have been beefed up for XCOM 2. They are not the little short little guys from XCOM 1. If we stumble upon 3 sectoids, you shoot with 1 unit. Let's say I have every single other unit in Overwatch. Even if it's not the end of my turn, if I shoot with 1 unit and let's say I take away 2 damage and 1 sectoid still has 3 health left. The other are at full health. If I have everyone else on Overwatch and they have vision, you know how like that animation pops up? Well, they'll spot you and they're like, oh gosh, here's another mech unit. They'll spot you and they'll do some sort of funny sound and then they'll run. See, like right now, they'll run to cover. Look, because I'm on Overwatch, I shoot automatically, which is something amazing. Oh, do I shoot automatically, or is this guy going to take a shot at me? I might have been wrong about that. I did shoot, but it was a miss. Okay, so there you go. So if I have someone on Overwatch like that, during kind of one of those cutscenes, I can shoot kind of during my same turn, which is obviously super useful. Those ambushes, man, when you kind of come across like a crazy... like a big pod of aliens that have no idea that you're there. And I was able to, I think on mission 3, I was able to clear 3 Advent soldiers in one turn. Because it was a perfectly timed and well-organized ambush. To the point where I shot with one guy and I had 4 other people on Overwatch. So right when they started moving, every single one got shot. It was amazing. It feels amazing when you execute a perfectly timed and placed ambush like that. So something to keep in mind. I don't do it within this mission. That is why I'm letting you guys know now. Okay, so I see the mech. There's a 59% chance. I also might do about 6 damage. It's still not going to kill the mech, which is an issue. As well as I'm at a very weird angle, and he's going to be shooting me outside of a window. Again, going inside the building is an absolute no-go for me at this point. I am absolutely not okay. Did I kill that mech? No, I didn't kill it. I did fire on it and destroy the window or something like that. Yeah, that's an absolute no-go. I am not going to go inside this building. I don't know what's in there. And who knows? Maybe there could have been a whole bunch of things. Maybe sometimes I go in there and there's nothing. Nothing. It all depends, again, because it's procedurally generated. They're going to pop up anywhere. You're going to pop up some places new. The structure of the building is going to be different. It's all going to be... Well, the building structure is probably going to be the same because this is like a campaign mission. As you can see, there's the human bodies in their little green tombstone sort of things. And some of the chief officers back at the Avenger are letting us know that we've got to get that. We've got to obtain whatever that green thing is for science purposes. So I started to think, okay, you know, I got to try to put some units that I think are important to my squad up on top here. I thought that I might be able to shoot straight down with the rocket launcher or you know, with my big badass grenader. I don't think it's going to work with Flores. There's no angle that makes that work. So I'm like, oh crap. This is not a good situation that I found myself in. It does look like I have a I believe that's a smoke grenade or a flashbang, one or the other. So try to put my rookie. I've done a pretty good job with my rookie so far. Amy, she has no promotions. Obviously, she's way out of her sort of, I don't know, comfort zone here. But I think I've done a good job of keeping her in the back, and she has actually been pretty effective at me, effective towards shooting. Bam! Looks like I got unlucky. I didn't do enough damage to that mech, so it is still alive with 1 health. I'm like, crap. I got to get the kill here. But my fear is putting both of these soldiers together like that would cause that mech to fire that big rocket like it did previously by the train. So I figured, you know, screw it. We're going to go for it here. Let's just try it. 65% chance. Obviously, that's a pretty good chance. So I take it, and luckily, I took it down. If I did not take it down, that would have been a big, huge disaster. He probably would have fired upon something and maybe got 3 people in the crosshairs, maybe killing my entire squad. Because at that point, we wouldn't have had anyone nearby to shoot that angle through the window. Oh, good. Did I have somebody on Overwatch? No, he shot at me. And I took 3 damage. So I just have 2 Advent soldiers that I've got to take down. Nothing too much. Still trying to get that sharpshooter back on top of the building. Super important that the sharpshooter kind of appears back on top of the building. That way we get more vision. That way we can maybe possibly look for some inner windows to flank. Because right now they'd have no idea if we came up from the roof. They'd have absolutely no idea. Now, this building is a 3-story building. There's also no way I can get to that region of the building as well. There's no way I can also drop in. So I'm like, crap, I'm in a tough situation. Flores is already pretty hurt. Hurt pretty dang bad. So I don't know. I think I go here, and it was a mistake because I was not able to find any sort of line of sight. I thought that I'd be able to maybe drop a flashbang or something to kind of get the, I don't know, the whole campaign back on my side. That obviously didn't go so well. Yeah, no, that did not go so well at all. So I'm like, okay, well, hopefully nobody's on the roof. Maybe I can dash somebody up there. But hey, wait a second, did I dash somebody up there? Because this was probably a really bad idea. There's like no range, or there's no cover. And this person's already at 2 health. Man, Drew, I would say that was a mistake. No matter what happens at the end of this campaign, that was a mistake. I know it's going to happen in this campaign. I'm just trying not to spoil it. 62% chance, and it might be an instant kill if I make it, and I believe I take it because it's with the sniper. Bam, dead. Alright, so only one more to go. Not bad. Still trying to get a kind of better sight here on the inner parts of the building to try to see if there's anything else that's going to pop up. Anything big and scary. I don't think I noticed anything too big and scary that might pop up. We got a 29% chance here. I'm like, crap. I know for sure I've got to move these 2 units. They cannot be right next to each other. One's in half cover anyways, behind a rock. I mean, hey man, you can do whatever you want. The rock is cool and all, but the tree is full cover, baby. That tree is full cover. I don't know. Ooh, oh, look at this. So I was very confused, and I'm not sure if this is going to be included in the final game. Now, this is it's still kind of an early build, but everything slowed down. I was like, what's going on? I was being overwatched and fired upon. Luckily, by some miracle, they did not shoot me. And I have no idea why. I cannot believe it, but luckily they did not shoot me, so everything was all good. And boom. This is another one of those parts in the mission where I got really lucky. I think a little bit less luck, maybe a little bit more unluckiness, and I would not have won. I would have got my ass kicked. But I had luck on my side, at least for this campaign. I don't think I'd be able to beat it again, though. There's no way. Really, I don't think I'll be able to beat it again. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to stop right there, though. We'll be back for the final episode in the series for tomorrow. And I very much thank you guys for enjoying this series. I know for sure I am extremely excited to play XCOM. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.